Clanwars 28, and we now have a bantamweight bout between Noham Wedi versus Glenn Big Buck McVeigh.
Yeah, two young, hungry guys in the bantamweight division looking to make a mark. Nice inside leg kick from McVeigh to start, then swings the outside.
McVeigh very light on his feet. Both fighters very light on their feet. And
goes for a big overhand. Noham gave him a smile, usually indicative of the fact that landed. McVeigh initiates the clinch, pushes Wedi up against the cage, maybe looking to connect the hands here and score some sort of takedown.
Double underhooks here as well, Phil. So we're just going to lean in on Wedi here to let him carry him a little.
Good head pressure from McVeigh. McVeigh describes this fight as the first fight that he's truly dedicated himself to, so he's looking to pull off something special. Again, super head pressure from McVeigh. Just pinning Wedi against the cage and using that head to disrupt the balance of Wedi.
Wedi's got the underhook there, Phil, so what does he need to do to get out of this position here with McVeigh leaning in on him?
He's going to need to try and circle off or try and implement that other hand down in for his double underhooks.
He's just got to watch as well here, McVeigh, for the trip.
McVeigh could be looking to triple leg. He's clenched the body. You can get the trip with the over underhook.
Good defense here by Wedi as well, and gets away from the cage.
Again, big overhand from McVeigh.
McVeigh is wasting no time at throwing big shots.
Inside leg kick.
Mixing it up beautifully as well. Changing the angle constantly as well.
Yeah, it's lovely movement. It's not that usual lateral movement back and forth or side to, or back and forth we see. He's moving very well and cutting angles. Oh, Wedi catches the kick.
Nice work by Wedi.
Nice takedown scored by Wedi.
Good scramble there as well by McVeigh to get back up.
And on a single here.
Up against the cage again, making Wedi carry the weight.
Maybe looking to elevate, run the pipe and score his own takedown off the single. Wedi perhaps looking to crossface here. And on the single, well done Glenn McVeigh.
Very well done, and there's a little bit of a scramble, but McVeigh won that one as well. Wedi's thrown up, looking maybe for the possible triangle, missed it. Want to watch the arm here as well, McVeigh. Good work.
Pushes him aside, now takes the back. Good knee to the body again from McVeigh.
Both fighters shown good skills, both defensively and attacking here. Good work by Wedi. When he's getting taken down, he's getting back up. Trying to push off as well. Good work.
Catches the kick again. McVeigh nice and quick in on it this time.
That's a couple of times now Wedi has caught McVeigh's kicks. So he may have the time on McVeigh. McVeigh may need to mix it up a little bit.
Be a little bit more aware of when and where he's throwing those kicks and maybe setting them up.
10-second clapper of a competitive first round here at Clanwars 28 in the bantamweight division.
Good offensive wrestling from McVeigh in this first round.
Good positives for both fighters in the opening round. If you were scoring it, I think I'll be marking my card 10-9 under Glenn McVeigh.
Wedi himself is a very confident young man, so he's not going to be disheartened by that round whatsoever, so I think he's going to go out just as confident. Maybe try and be a little bit more effective with his strikes.
Not a bad corner at all there for Glenn McVeigh.
No, he's doing alright.
But something you always expect when you watch the bantamweights, Phil, is high speed, a lot of technique.
Yeah, we've seen that right from the start out, that just McVeigh came out with an inside leg kick straight and then switched to the outside leg kick. Very sharp, very smart, very aware of the space he's working in.
What advice would you be giving Wedi in the corner there if you were cornering Phil? What does he need to do here?
I'd be saying to him, be a lot more aware of the offensive wrestling of McVeigh and perhaps have an uppercut loaded in the chamber there, or perhaps be ready to stuff that takedown, because it's inevitable that after a couple of strikes I think McVeigh is going to pressure Wedi up against the cage and look for his own takedown.
Both fighters very eager to get the second one going. Decular can have to push them back. McVeigh engages, but a good step off right shot there by Wedi, just missed.
Lovely outside leg kicks from Glenn McVeigh.
McVeigh, you can see him, he wants that overhand right as well.
Oh, got caught with an overhand there by Wedi.
Now here's that uppercut you were asking for, but Wedi gets the double and gets the takedown. McVeigh is looking to use the cage walks perhaps.
Looking to get that back against the cage and perhaps wall walk.
Just as you call for, Phil. McVeigh had that uppercut ready and waiting, but Wedi wore it. Now Wedi looking to step into full mount, and he has done that. Beautiful work by the young man.
Maybe taking the back here of McVeigh.
He's going to slip out the back.
Has he got it? Is the elbow in? The cage may be preventing him from just hipping out right properly.
McVeigh has got to be very careful here. He has the arms right in front of us here.
He may be trying to step over here. I don't think the point of the elbow is just in.
Dickie Larkin having a very close look. One of the most experienced referees here at Clanwars as well. So he's aware of what's going on. He's making sure McVeigh is okay. And Wedi, what does he need to do here? Does he bail on this, or does he wait for McVeigh to make the mistake, to make the move?
At this stage, it looks like he's not getting it.
Readjusted McVeigh, looks to be stepping over, and that's more to step more into it. He's escaped. Beautiful work by Glenn McVeigh to escape what looked like an extremely dangerous situation.
Yeah, you can tell how impressive that was just by the reaction of the crowd there. He's looking to posture up and land his own strikes as Glenn McVeigh. Watch out for the up kick.
You got to say, great work by Wedi on the mat when he pushes off. He's done it a few times. He's now looking again to pull McVeigh into his world.
Still landing strikes off his back. Very active hips on the ground from Wedi.
Expect a scramble here. This is a bit of a position, but a peculiar position. Both fighters almost on their hips here.
Yeah, it'd be very difficult for both fighters to try and base off here because they can't get that leverage.
And it looks like Wedi's going to get the better of this and end up on top.
But McVeigh is searching for a guillotine choke. Could he either use it to use the submission or use it to sweep?
Looking to sweep McVeigh, but Wedi went with it and now is in side control. You got to give a beautiful counter wrestling there by Noham. Wedi on the mat.
Yeah, he looked in a difficult position and now he's in the most dominant position. Could slip that knee onto Glenn McVeigh's belly and switch over to mount. He's looking for it. Steps
knee on belly here. Will he just even rush to get the mount just for the scores? McVeigh does well.
Of his own. He's not going to get that with the time remaining.
You got to give it to though as well there to Noham. Wedi came out here in the second round, put on a great performance in the second round, had a very, very close armbar right in front of our commentary station here, Phil.
Yeah, he did really well not to be disheartened by the fact that he didn't clinch that armbar and then still be offensive with his wrestling. Still looking for still looking to transition, still looking for submissions of his own. The two gentlemen here are really hanging in here. We've seen some wonderful scrambles.
And McVeigh, almost like the end of the first round, McVeigh could be drained from that, a little disheartened from the second round. Momentum is with Wedi coming into the third here.
Yeah, it does feel like there's a little bit of a shift here. What I'm really looking forward to is seeing what Glenn McVeigh does here and how he opens this round, because how I feel this round opens is going to dictate the pace for this final round, and this final round is pivotal. You could make the argument that it's one round apiece going into this third round here.
Something that may come into play here as well. This has been a high-paced bit of grappling, the striking. It's been a high-paced fight. Will it be a war of attrition coming into the third and final round here? Very interesting third round. McVeigh just steps in with a left kick to the body straight away.
Back into the clinch. Wedi looking to pressure. And McVeigh transitions and is now pressuring Wedi against the cage. Back in again on a single leg takedown. Kicking the calf. A rare technique, seldom seen in amateur MMA.
They mightn't look much, but they're going to annoy you when you're in that position, and that McVeigh is obviously doing that to try and get Wedi to react and maybe get the trip.
And he's clasped both hands here, and then the double, fantastic double leg takedown from Glenn McVeigh.
It looked like, to start the round, it looked like he may have been advised, get this back to the ground with you on top, because he came out, rushed the body kick and engaged straight away, looking to close the distance and get the takedown, and that's where we are now.
Yeah, especially in this third round, he's going to want to put a lot of pressure on Wedi so that he's carrying his weight and he's feeling that pressure and that tension.
Wedi just switch the hips there by Wedi, looking for the arm, but McVeigh knew it was there and got out of it. But again, impressed with Wedi's work from the bottom to get back to this position.
And knees to the thighs there from McVeigh. Maybe looking to drag him down. Fantastic work by Glenn McVeigh.
That was beautiful by McVeigh.
And McVeigh's going to want to take his time here and work in the position. May even take the back if he scoots round. Landing big shots is Glenn McVeigh.
as well. Shot selection there by McVeigh. He landed the first, and then it looked like the second would have been illegal, so he pulled it back. So good work by McVeigh, showing his shot selection on top.
Yeah, it's probably the most intelligent fight we've seen Glenn McVeigh fight here in Clanwars.
You've got to give it to Noham Wedi. He's
good heavy
moving.
strike.
He's caught in an advantageous position here, but
just fantastic smothering wrestling from Glenn McVeigh. He's not given Wedi
one hook in here, Phil.
Could transition in the mount, but he's very high with it. Wedi escapes.
He's got to be careful of the triangle.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get caught in a triangle here, especially at this stage in the fight.
So far, all around three has been dominated by McVeigh, and Wedi has thrown up a beautiful triangle here. And
Glenn McVeigh looking to step over with that right leg to try and create a little bit of space.
Again, Decky Larkin standing over, having a close look at this. This has got to be tight, Phil. The position is probably going to land some shots here by Noham Wedi as well, but
could see Wedi switch to an armbar perhaps, and McVeigh's out.
Good work by McVeigh, and throws him to a side, looking to get into side control, stacking him here, landing some shots on top here, Phil, to soften him up.
Yeah, really smartly used those double underhooks on the legs to bring him close and then transition round.
Noham Wedi, no matter what the position he's in, he seems to threaten. He's constantly at it, but you'd have to think McVeigh has definitely done enough to get the third round here. And
wanting to put an exclamation point on this fight.
Will it be enough to get the judges' scorecards? A big third round for Glenn McVeigh.
Absolutely fantastic fight from both men. Just wonderful positioning work and wonderful hips from Wedi, but what we really seen there was fantastic offensive wrestling, fantastic smothering wrestling. When he had the space, he landed his strikes. When he had the position, he maintained it. Wonderful work from Glenn McVeigh.
All three judges scored this 29-28 for your winner by unanimous decision.